All right, what's going on, everybody? It is James Turillo from Maher Media here to recap tonight's loss against the Seattle Kraken. Man, a lot of things to go over, a lot of pluses, a lot of minuses, mostly minuses, unfortunately. Flyers lose this one 6-4 in regulation. Fedotov looked rough. The defense looked even more rough, and just overall not an impressive game from the Flyers. Flyers, once again, in their last two games, have just flat out got outplayed in the second half of the game, but thankfully in the third period, it wasn't that bad, except for the one giveaway we had that led to the Kraken's sixth goal. That really was the nail in the coffin. Scott Laughton had 2 goals. Jamie Drysdale had a goal, and Cam York had a goal. So Scott Laughton had 2 in the first period, and we were up 2-1 at the end of the first. Second period was a complete disaster. Completely unacceptable second period, being outscored 4-0. Fedotov, just to put it completely honest, that not every goal was his fault, but he looked very shaky, to put it the nicest way possible. And the defense didn't help him out at all whatsoever. There were several times where there's just a guy wide open right next to the net to chip it in. It's unacceptable. And thankfully, this is happening in the 4th game of the year and not the 74th game of the year. So it's not something to go crazy about. But there is one thing that I want to address that I feel like people are, I won't lie, people are overreacting by saying Kolosov should be called up already. Fedotov has been shaky, but he has had 2 starts, and it's October. If this is happening still in a month, sure, bring Kolosov up. What do we have to lose? It's not like we're a team that's supposed to go to the Stanley Cup this year. It's not like we're projected to be Stanley Cup contenders. This is still a rebuilding team, and I don't mind the idea of calling up Kolosov and sending Fedotov down to Lehigh Valley. I don't mind that idea, but you got to give him a chance. You got to keep in mind he was called up at the very end of last year. In April, he came in. I think it was April 1st he came in that game against the Islanders, and then that was still halfway through the game. That wasn't even his first official start. And then this year he finally comes in, is officially on the roster to start the season, so he's still truly a rookie, and he's had some shaky starts. He has not looked good. I'll be honest, I agree with that part, but I don't agree with the fact that people already are saying, oh, Fedotov isn't an NHL goalie, or Kolosov needs to be called up right now. I think you got to give him more of a chance. Did he look bad? Yes, he did. But it's October. It's the 4th game of the season. We're 1-2-1. We'll be okay. I think people are a little caught up in the fact that we haven't been able to watch the Flyers in a bit. Now they're back with high hopes. Not too high hopes, but, hoping that they'd be better than years past. And 3 losses in a row is starting to get to us. We're going to be okay. Flyers are going to be fine. I still believe this is a playoff team. It's the 4th game of the year. We're going to be okay. Some bright sides: Scott Laughton scored his first and second goal of the year, like I said before. Jamie Drysdale scored his first. Cam York scored his second goal of the year. 𝐅𝐸𝐿 came in the 3rd period. I didn't mention that, I don't think. He did give up 1 goal. Wasn't really his fault. Defense got caught pressing in the offensive zone, and they were caught lacking, to be honest. So, rough game from the Flyers tonight, but finally, another plus. The West trip is over. Our home opener is Saturday night against the Canucks. We beat the Canucks in Vancouver this past Friday. We will play them Saturday night, and then I will be at the game Tuesday against the Capitals. We will be home for that as well. So finally, hockey's back in Philadelphia starting Saturday, and the Flyers look to get back to their winning ways after dropping 3 in a row. So we'll be back. Don't worry. It's just the 4th game of the year, and let's go Flyers.